Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chamber here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Now today we're going to be talking about Fortnite performance mode. And does it help your FPS? All the tests that I did are on my Twitch channel. It's on this broadcast called Testing Performance Mode on versus off. You can check it out. It was last night. And I did actually want to see, does it help? So that's where all my testing comes in. Now, I want to talk about what performance mode is first. Earlier this week, Epic released a blog post kind of explaining what it is. It basically just disables a bunch of features so you can no longer have shadows, anti-aliasing, effects, or post-processing enabled, as well as motion blur. That's awesome because those are something, especially if you're a competitive player, you're not going to want to have those enabled. There's a couple other things. So you can actually uninstall the high resolution textures. I recommend that. I also do that in other games such as Call of Duty Cold War. I don't like them. And maybe you can also now removing, 14.5 gigs. You can now just put this on your SSD maybe, and it can fit better in the RAM. Now, lowers in-game visual quality. I wanted to really look, but then they gave you two benchmarks. Now, these are at 720p, so CPU bound, but these were shown with integrated graphics cards with trash CPUs, and I was like, what's the real difference in what you actually get on a higher end rig? So I have a 2600X and a 1070, both are overclocked to their limits, and now let's compare. So we're going to do, so this is DX11. So this is what I'm going to recommend. If you are streaming, you're going to want to be on if you're just gaming on here, you want to be on DirectX 11. I'm going to move my camera real quick. I'm just going to move it down right here. And I want to show, so right here, most people are going to think average FPS 338. That's a lot. But we don't really care about those. We care about these two. Now it's a 197 versus 180. So these right here, what you really feel, so let's say your game is feeling stuttery, but you'll have 240 or whatever, maybe past your monitor's refresh rate. That's because these are most likely very low. They're not going to be very smooth. And now let's compare it to this one. This is my first run, and as you can see, this already helps. But I was having this issue where this thing called exclusive full screen wasn't enabled. So for example, I could hit my mute button. I'd still get this little overlay right here showing that the audio overlay was still showing. And that's what made me think, is this a DirectX 12 thing? And I was like, I don't know, it might be. So I did a little research and I saw the Intel HD, the 620, the integrated graphics card, and I saw DirectX 12, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. They're going to give you all these good FPS, but then it's literally just going to be ruined because it's not in the right API. So I said, you know what, let's just check it again. Let's do Radeon. And I saw DirectX 11.2, so I knew it couldn't be in DirectX 12, and that made me a lot happier. So after doing a bunch of testing, I looked around, and I was able to get exclusive full screen working. And this is what I got. That is a huge increase. It's almost 100 FPS more in the 1% and 20 FPS in the 0.1%. Obviously, this scales differently depending on what your system is. The percentage increase will be the same. I'm actually going to show you guys what the percentage increase is first. I checked between the full screen exclusive performance mode and DirectX 11. I did check to make sure that DirectX 11 was an exclusive full screen also. We got a 15.1% increase in average FPS, a 47.1% increase in 1% FPS. I don't think a lot of people really understand how big of an increase that is. Then a 12% in 0.1%. Okay, just getting this number closer to that is really going to help. This is real, 74% of the FPS was in there, while on here 58. But there's a little more to this story about the exclusive full screen issue I was having. Now, if we go to Windows key R, type in app data, like I did right here, and I hit OK. We're going to go to local. You're going to want to have to find Fortnite game, saved, and then config, Windows client. This is where your actual client is for Fortnite. Now, you can edit this however you want. I'm going to recommend you edit with Notepad++. No. And for some reason, it's deciding not to show up. What? I'll be right back. So I'm back. I'm going to go back into app data. Let's hopefully that my config actually shows up this time. Config Windows client, right click edit. All right, here it is. So we're just going to edit with Notepad++. That's what I'd recommend you use. Okay, so we're just going to want to hit Control F and type in full screen. Let's just go back. Full screen mode, you're going to hit 1. That's exclusive full screen here. Then for the next one, we're also going to want to hit last confirm full screen mode. That doesn't matter. Preferred full screen mode, also 1. And resolution size, last user confirmed. And desired, yeah, that's all good for me. I did set it to performance mode, which is actually, I think this commander here, the preferred feature level. That's what you want. These don't matter. You just want to make sure these are all 0. Frame rate limit is unlimited for me. I'm gonna recommend like 240 if you're on a monitor, or if you're on 360, go to that. All of these other settings should be good. I'm gonna do a full Fortnite video for you guys. Just don't set your config to read-only. Make sure it's not read-only. And then you might also want to, first of all, I'll show you how to just actually get the HD textures uninstalled. You just really go to library, hit these 3 dots, options, and then uncheck it. You can also uncheck save the world. Actually, I will do that, and then you see it was like initialize. That's what it's gonna do. You also verify it, just so that you can make sure your files are all good. And then you're gonna wanna click launch. Actually, wait, we can cancel that. We can just hit that, and then make sure it's not running and task. Now, the reason I'm talking about exclusive full screen right here is you want to hit the wherever your game library is. For me, it's here. Then Epic, Fortnite game, binaries 164. Just want to scroll down to here. Now you'll see 4 different EXEs. All you're going to care about is this top one right here. Hit properties, compatibility. Make sure to disable full screen optimizations is on. Run this program as an administrator. And override high DPI, scale, behavior. This is what's going to allow you to have exclusive full screen so that your mouse does feel smooth. You'll know if you're actually in it because your monitor will go black, your screen will flicker. It didn't go into exclusive full screen. I already know it. For example, there it is. Now I have cap frame X. Okay. I don't know why. Oh, it's because I closed the launcher. Let me launch Fortnite and then I'll get right back. I just launched into the game and my taskbar is here. Now, if I probably check, I'm in full screen. Why is that? So this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to click the full screen button and then hit that again. And I'm no longer in it. You can also just hit F11. My screen is going to flicker. I'm going to probably go into 1600 by 900 mode. I did. My capture card doesn't like 1600 by 900 mode. I have no idea why. And okay. Now, am I exclusive full screen? I am, because I don't have any audio right now, but now I do. These are the settings I used. So now I actually have exclusive full screen. For example, I could go into any of these modes. Let's just go into creative, launch, whatever. And you should instantly feel an increase. Player models won't be as clear. I will say this, I'm expecting this to really help in like endgame when there's so much stuff going on, just not having to render it at such a higher resolution, not even such a high resolution. Like, this is what the game looks like now. Obviously, it may not be as clear, but it's pretty good. You can see my FPS on a 6-core 2600X and a 1070. It's a lot. So, yeah. that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I got a full brand new Fortnite FPS boost guide coming to you guys. A lot has changed since I last did my old one, and it's kind of honestly outdated. So that's all. Hope you guys have enjoyed. You hit that like button down below and subscribe. Just get ready for that brand new Fortnite FPS guide. I'm also going to do one for Cold War. Do one for games as you guys want them. But that's been it. Later, guys.